Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to some Rocket League Red action. Here, the final part of the season in the NECC calendar. We've got King's College versus Durham College underway, the best of 5 already. Off to just start with Mason Troy Adams towards the top. Unable to really knock it home, goes a little wide as Guard will go for a long ball clear. Wildfire turns himself around, and he'll go for a long clear of his own. Now to the sky he takes. Doesn't get much. Off the sidewall. Gilmore boys trying to challenge, but Mason Troy Adams beats him out, gets the shot through, and Durham College up 1-0. Just straight, beats him to the punch. Gilmore unable to make a touch, and it gives Durham College a 1-0 lead. Durham College at the bottom of the standings does have a win in the season, and plenty of game victories as well. They stand at 11-23 overall in the games, and that's not going to help their case as Guard punches through on the kickoff to tie the game. Guard's got that title for a reason. He is a dangerous player on the pitch, and he shows right there off the kickoff, cheating up with just a little bit, and it pays off in his favor. Already a 1-1 scoreline here in game number 1 as Sean off the backboard. Mason Troy Adams clears towards the sidewall. Now Drew's clues off the wall, met by Gilmore boys on a 50. Pinches it off the wall, Wildfire towards the net. Sean waiting as it bounces off the wall near the side. He now climbs the side wall of his zone as Drew's Clues pops it up to the sky. Gilmore boys gets a touch, and Sean gets a big demo as Mason Troy Adams is down on the ground for a moment. Wildfire creeping up towards that ball, now starting to fly. They'll look for the air dribble, but Guard in the way. Gilmore boys as well getting a piece of it. Sean RL for the challenge beats out Mason Troy Adams. And now Wildfire back by his own net. Sean to the corner. Gonna ride the corner wall. Drew's Clues to Wildfire. Gilmore boys turns himself around. Gets past one, but Drew's Clues right behind to the touch. Guard can't get a piece of it. Now Sean has to chase. Gets that hit. Is credited with a save. As Drew's Clues will watch with Gilmore boys towards the net. And Mason Troy Adams will have to make the save. Monarchs keeping the pressure in Durham College's corner. 3.5 minutes to go here in game 1. Off to a blazing hot start, and now the teams have settled down just a little bit. Guard on a good challenge to get that to midfield. Sean off the wheels to the corner. Drew's Clues with the save. Gilmore boys keeps it in Durham College's corner. Mason Troy Adams over one, but Sean to the ball. Wildfire to midfield. Gilmore boys will take it to his own corner. Gets past one. Flying through the sky, doesn't really have the boost to continue. Mason Troy Adams pops it up for Drew's Clues, who gets it away from a Monarch, and Wildfire will help him bring it to the corner, who now looks to go towards the net. Gilmore boys turns the ball away. Drew's Clues, again to the corner. Sean stops it, so Guard can get a piece. Right now, the Monarchs mostly just looking to stop the ball and regroup, but they're losing boost as it's stolen away. Sean in the middle, Guard on a good block, and Sean backs it up with one of his own. Gilmore boys hit on a challenge, but Guard can get it back to him. Now into Durham's corner. Durham a 1-7 record in the season, but has more game victories than the Monarchs overall. 11-23 is their game record. However, their series record stands at 1-7, and it might just stay that way with Guard making a huge save using the crossbar to his advantage, as now Sean and Gilmore boys look for a play. Double commit on Durham College's side, but Monarchs with not enough boost to respond. They'll back away for now. As Drew's Clues past Gilmore boys, Sean behind on the follow-up. Back towards around midfield. Guard does a backflip with a bit of finesse towards the front. Wildfire stops the initial shot. Gilmore boys at the corner wall. Drew's Clues gets a piece. Now Sean. Again off the corner. Bumped by Guard. It gets him out of position, but trying to do the same to Durham. At midfield, Guard can't get a piece. Sean will stay back and go for a long clear where Guard's awaiting. Got a piece, but it goes too high and wide. It's a good play, but not quite where they wanted it to go, as Gilmore boys will watch as Mason Troy Adams gets a piece. Sean bumped out of the way. And now Guard to fly in. Spikes it to pop it up and wins the challenge. Sean can't get a piece. Wildfire pinches it off that side wall. Guard gets a piece as Sean streaking down the pinch gets it into his own corner. 50 seconds to go. We are still at a 1-1 tie here in game one. Gilmore Boys tries to send it down. Drew's Clues returns the favor by launching it to Kings' way. Gilmore Boys goes for a pop-up as guard. Looks for a challenge. Didn't quite go his way, but he got it to Sean. Another piece. Guard misses. Sean off the back wall, misses the double tap. Gilmore Boys in the middle. High shot. Guard for a challenge. Beat by Mason Troy Adams. Gilmore Boys might have himself set. At the very least, keeps it offensive pressure, but Wildfires to the ball first. Once again, now in front of the net. Drew's Clues misses. Sean off the attempts to backflip into it. Can't get it to the net. Guard on his back end, gets himself turned around as Gilmore Boys wins that challenge. We'll move on up. Already past one, but the ball does not take the bounce he anticipated. Mason Troy Adams to clear it all the way down towards the net, and Guard has to make the save in the corner. Sean, we won't have a dead ball just yet. That's close to the front. Guard can't keep it alive. Overtime for game one. How fitting. The team who won't give up every single series continues to force their way into these games. It's Gilmore Boys. It's a good stop. Guard had a cross for him, but Gilmore Boys was not set. He gets a good bounce off another member of Durham. That Drew Clues has to turn away. Now Wildfire to the sky. Down the field, they'll just give Durham some time. Gilmore Boys avoids the bump from Wildfire, but not that time around. Sean got a 50. A back pass to Wildfire. Sean still forcing it into Durham's corner. Gets it off the back wall, but Mason Troy Adams is ready. Guard to challenge. Good challenge victory for Kings. For Gilmore Boys, for the shot, Wildfire makes the save. Sean gets a piece to Gilmore Boys. Off the backboard for Guard. Misses wide left. Trying again now. Off the roof. Drew's Clues to the corner. Gilmore Boys not ready for that bounce. Misses the bump as the Monarchs fall back. Drew's Clues. Over one. Looks for a center, but Monarchs turn that away. Wildfire looking to try a backboard play. Got a piece, but hit the ball a little too soon. It's now Sean for the clear to midfield. Drew's Clues will get a piece, but Guard in position. He has to wait for Wildfire to make the touch. Guard backing up. Gilmore Boys gets the first touch. Flips it ahead. Over two. Off the side. Mason Troy Adams using the post to his advantage on the save. Now looking to make a play down the field. Gilmore Boys on a 50-50. Mason Troy Adams to the sidewall, but has very little boost to work with. Sean turns it away to midfield. Drew's Clues. Weak touch up front. Gilmore Boys to the sky. Gets a demo onto Wildfire as it's in Durham's corner. Mason Troy Adams. Off of Sean, looks for a backboard play. Wildfire redirects it towards the corner. Wildfire, a good 50-50. Gilmore Boys in a bad position. Sean in support. Makes the first save and will need to make the second as well. Flips it ahead. Over one. Gilmore Boys to the net. Drew's Clues turns it away. Guard keeping the play alive. Looking for a double tap. Gets nothing. Mason Troy Adams a touch towards the corner. And we will continue on 2.5 minutes into overtime. Gilmore Boys to the sky. Nothing there. Guard off the corner. Looking for Sean, who's pretty far back. And it's a good job by him to get back on defense with Durham College making that long clear. Guard gets a challenge. And Sean will have to watch for now. Gilmore Boys to Guard. Wildfire gets a touch for Drew's Clues. In the middle. Turned away by Guard. Now Mason Troy Adams. His challenge unsuccessful as Sean all the way down the field. Guard not there in time for the bump. The save made by Wildfire. Mason Troy Adams. Oh, Gilmore Boys to Sean. High and wide again. This time to the right side. Guard towards the net. Again off the backboard for Sean, who scores! Guard using that backboard to his advantage. Got Wildfire to bite. Sean beats out Drew's Clues. And Kings will take game one in overtime. 2-1. So have a little bit of a look for the stats for just a moment. With Sean and Guard with the goals each, Guard and Gilmore boys on the assists. Mason Troy Adams and Wildfire, the only contributors to the 1 goal. And we're going. We're going right into game 2 as the teams will get themselves set. And just like that, they're ready. It doesn't take much to get these teams good to go. Game 2 of Kings versus Durham College. We will keep track of the series as we go along. Kings is up 1-0 in the series, and Guard off to the races already. Off of the face-off, Drew Clues turns the ball away. Sean just missing the ball as Drew Clues will clear it down to their corner. Gilmore boys, the initial touch, gets past Drew Clues, but has no boost, and Wildfire gets that ball over him with ease. Sean misses, but Guard is there. Sean off the corner wall. I don't think Guard was quite ready for that touch as Sean will long ball this away. Drew Clues can't get a piece, but it's in the middle. First Sean to the net. Drew Clues turns it away. Wildfire down the field. Got a good angle to get that into the Monarchs corner and steal the boost. But Sean with a good challenge to Gilmore boys. Unable to get the touch. Sean there. In Durham's corner again. Gilmore boys missing. Goes to Guard as Mason Troy Adams will clear it down the field. And right now, Kings' net is wide open, and Mason Troy Adams will take full advantage of it. To give an early lead, the double commit by Kings leads to a wide open back line. And it gives Durham College that 1-0 lead a minute into game 2. Gilmore boys over Drew, but Mason Troy Adams there first. Guard backing up. Play it off the corner. And get a good challenge against Drew. That is Sean towards the corner. Goes for Guard. Good defense by Wildfire to make the save. Up high. Gilmore boys can't get a touch. Sean and Guard both getting a piece of that clear. Gilmore boys on a good demo, kept eyes on the ball, and gets it over Mason Troy Adams. Doesn't have the boost to chase it though. Wildfire got it a little too far in front of Drew's Clues, but still Monarchs unable to really capitalize on the moment. Guard looking for the double tap, nearly had it, but turned away by Mason Troy Adams. Now Gilmore boys in the corner for Sean up high, off the backboard, looking for Guard. The shot is not in. Wildfire turns it away. Gilmore boys off the backboard, lets it play, he scores! This time it's Sean with the great setup. As Drew's Clues unable to make the touch, Wildfire beat to the punch. Monarchs tie it up, 3 minutes to go. It's Gilmore boys in the middle. Gets a good face-off win, Guard cheating up, but Wildfire is back in time after getting the corner boost. We'll turn it away. Sean misses the touch, but Gilmore boys makes the big save as Guard into a sky. Past Mason Troy Adams, and got a good touch against Wildfire as he'll get that midfield boost. As Sean for Gilmore boys to Guard, the 1-2-3 goes high. Guard on a good demo. Sean challenging in the corner. Drew's Clues can't quite get it away as Guard will go off the back wall. Mason Troy Adams gets a piece of it first. To Gilmore boys. Towards the net, goes wide left. Sean pinches off the wall. Mason Troy Adams there, beats out Sean. Gilmore boys, good, 50, but he's out of boost. So Guard will streak on in. I think he stole that boost, and he stole the shot to knock it in. Cracking through the defense like my voice cracks on a goal score. Sneaks it past them all to get it up top shelf and give the Monarchs a lead. Off the faceoff. That time it goes in Durham College's favor, but Guard immediately to the punch for the net. Mason Troy Adams turns it away. Gilmore boys off the corner. It's rolling off the ceiling. Nice double tap from Gilmore boys. Wildfire gets a piece. Guard challenging off the corner. Set as Sean looks for Gilmore boys. He'll move on up for the backboard play. Doesn't have it. Mason Troy Adams plays it off the bounce to Guard. Wildfire. Long ball clear for Mason Troy Adams to try and make a play on offense. No boost. Sean over one. Finds Guard on the side. Towards the net. Wide. And pinched away by Wildfire. Now Gilmore boys to challenge. Beats the punch. Will chase the ball down to the corner. Wildfire, good challenge, but he couldn't get the bump. So guard to Gilmore Boys, looking for Sean in the middle. A good backboard play, but that extra tap from Mason Troy Adams ruins the plan of Kings. Sean didn't have a setup. It's now Drew's Clues takes to the sky. A good attempt on a bump by Durham, but Gilmore Boys was still able to make that save as guard clears it in the middle. Mason Troy Adams had a chance, but Gilmore Boys got a good challenge to turn it away. Now Drew's Clues can't get it past Sean, who looks for Gilmore Boys in the middle. He doesn't have any boost, and neither does Sean. They'll back away as Mason Troy Adams, a long ball clear. Into the corner. Sean takes to the sky. Off the play, bouncing. He lets it go behind him. For Gilmore Boys, who only got a 50-50. Guard challenging. Drew's Clues awaiting as Sean to the corner. Monarchs looking to just hold on to the lead for now. Turning it away from Drew's Clues for Gilmore Boys, who misses the ball, but guard is there in the corner. Good hit to keep it away from Drew's Clues, and the bump to do it as well. A lot of bumps, and I think one of them was on his own teammate, but Gilmore Boys is ready for the play as he'll play it off the ceiling. Look to get a good 50, at least slowed it down, and that allows guard to turn it towards the net. 12 seconds to go. Wildfire up in front with Drew's Clues. All of Durham College in the front. Gilmore Boys for the clear. Drew's Clues out of boost. Gilmore Boys down the field. Looks to kill the ball. It's popped up. Sean can't turn it away, but Mason Troy Adams doesn't have the power to hit it off the wall. Kings go up 2-0 in the series and are up to series point. Currently standing at 3-4 as we have a look at the numbers. Monarchs 10 shots on net, half of them saved by Durham College. Monarchs making 5 saves as well on the 6 shots. And it seems that we've run into a bit of an issue, and so we will attend to that in the background. And just like that, we're ready to roll with game number 3. Kings looking for the sweep. As Gilmore Boys gets a good face-off win, guard on the cheat, scores! Monarchs love to get a little extra aggressive. Saw Wildfire was waiting, and the ankles are gone as guard beats him to the punch and gets the immediate goal 3 seconds in. Once again, the face-off to Sean. He now takes to the sky. We'll look for guard on the setup. Off the wheels. Backboard play. And they can't convert it into the goal. Gilmore Boys towards the net. Mason Troy Adams. Enough of a touch to midfield as Drew's Clues is bumped out of the way. Now guard looking to get really aggressive, but Wildfire up front. Off the backboard. Sean gets a piece and clears it all the way down. Guard now off the backboard. Couple touches on the side of Durham, giving them a chance as Gilmore Boys' shot rolls wide. Guard off the back wall. Pops it up for Gilmore Boys. Got a piece. Mason Troy Adams will stay behind in the net as Wildfire moves on up. Sean puts a sidewall. Guard can't really make a play. Now guard up to the sky. Out of boost for the most part as Gilmore Boys needs to fall back. Wildfire off the corner, looks for a pitch, and it goes in! Some favorable shot positioning and an unfortunate set of circumstances as Sean got bumped by Drew's Clues, and his hit only knocks the ball into the net. It's a tie game now with a minute in game 3. Sean up high. Not really able to get past Drew as Mason Troy Adams in the middle. Looks for a bump. Guard. Long clear. Gilmore Boys. First touch off the backboard. For guard. No, he went for it himself on the double tap. Sean towards the net. Wide left. Guard pushing up a little too heavily. Gilmore Boys is back, and he luckily doesn't need to make the play as the shot rolled wide. Mason Troy Adams off the wall. Sean gets a touch. Wildfire to the net. Scores! as Sean did not get the touch he was looking for, and it leads to Wildfire having an open net to shoot and give Durham College the lead 2-1. Sean to the corner. Facing Troy Adams. Will play it off. That corner as Gilmore Boys looks for Sean towards the net, and it creeps through! Catching Durham College's defense flat-footed. Sean sneakily gets that over Wildfire and ties the game immediately. 2 minutes to game 3. Off the draw. Bit of a 50-50. Mason Troy Adams gets the better end of it. Is immediately on a turnaround. Sean beat by Drew's Clues. Setting up in the middle for Wildfire. Towards the net. Scores! It's a shootout in game 3 as Drew's Clues with a great setup up the middle. Just beating the Monarchs to the challenge. Guard can't make the save. 2 minutes in. 5 goals on the board. And it's Durham College's lead. Sean towards that corner on Durham's side. Guard gets a piece. Sean not quite ready. Gilmore Boys to the net. Mason Troy Adams will play it. Got a touch. Guard backing up. To Sean. He luckily waits his time before making the play on the ball, lest he accidentally knock it into his own net. The demo in the back line takes out Guard. Sean will stall. Wildfire towards the net, looking for Mason Troy Adams. Gilmore Boys uses that post to his advantage. As he now loses the challenge. Mason Troy Adams towards the shot. He goes high. Looking for Wildfire. Sean refuses to let it through. There's a lot of demos from Durham College to find any advantage they can really get. And it's in their favor so far. They still lead this. Guard looking to change it though. Wildfire gets a piece in the corner. Setting up in the middle. Sean taken out of the play. Gilmore Boys off the wall. Ends up giving it to Wildfire. Sean forces the ball to pop up. Wildfire off the backboard. Gilmore Boys turns it away. Now Drew's Clues towards the net. And Sean. Long ball clears it. Mason Troy Adams towards the corner. Gilmore Boys ready for it. But Mason Troy Adams wins the challenge. Guard to the sky. Gets a touch in the middle of the field. Wildfire. Not quite the touch he was looking for. And a double demo. The back line. Drew's Clues. We'll have to watch his Guard hits it off the corner. Gets himself set up. He accidentally triple tapped it. Gilmore Boys unable to play it. Looking for Sean. Off the side. Guard. So far, a little too far in front. And Gilmore Boys to the defensive end. Sean awaiting off the back wall. Clears. Mason Troy Adams. Challenged by Guard. Sean nearly got the shot through. Gilmore Boys almost did as well, but Mason Troy Adams turns it away. Sean off the sidewall again for Gilmore Boys. Towards the net. Drew's Clues makes the save. Second try from Sean turned away off the backboard. And luckily for Durham, they can just clear it down the field. Gilmore Boys looking for Guard off the ceiling. Too far to the side. Guard now playing it off the corner. Looking for a center, but Drew's Clues gets a touch. Gilmore Boys off the wall. Sean up high for the net. Almost. He has a second try and scores. Sean on back-to-back attempts positioned himself perfectly for the save from Drew's Clues. Backflips his way into knocking it in. Ties the game up with 20 seconds to go. Is now Sean to the sky for the pinch. Drew's Clues ready. Bouncing it off the ceiling. Gets a good extra attempt as Gilmore Boys off the corner. 10 seconds to go. Kings on the offensive. Look for the finish. Sean to the net, turned away by Wildfire. Guard trying to keep the offensive pressure rolling. Off the backboard it well. Sean ready for the shot. It's weak. It's there. It hits the post. And we go to overtime. Gilmore Boys good face-off win, but Wildfire beats out Guard on the cheat-up. Sean gets a touch from Mason Troy Adams, looking to get his offense ready. Sean up high, doesn't quite get it. Wildfire down the field. looking for the net. He scores! Wildfire gets past one. The missed touch from guard leads to Wildfire getting another tap. And 15 seconds into overtime, Durham College get their first win of the series. 4 goals from Wildfire, the lone scorer on the side of Durham, the demo man in Drew's Clues, putting in some work in the background as Mason Troy Adams gets an assist as well. Kings with 12 shots, but only not enough of them on target, and it allows for Durham to get that win. Game 3, and we're here ready for Game 4. And off we go. Mason Troy Adams to the wall. It'll fly all the way back. Sean looking for a setup. In the back, there's Gilmore boys. It goes off the corner. This guard looking for a play. Wildfire off the challenge. Stuck in the middle. Flying on up once again. That's guard. Down the field, Wildfire gets a good challenge, but in the meantime, Gilmore boys has a good shot towards the net. Unable to knock it through. Sean off a turnaround, nearly found the angle. That's just a little too shallow. Now Gilmore boys double taps it off the backboard, looking for guard in the middle. He misses the touch. Sean in the back line hits it off the wrong side of his car, and it goes to Durham College's corner. Now Wildfire, as Drew's Clues and guard are in a tangle up. Now Sean up high. Drew's Clues gets a good touch towards the net. Gilmore boys off his own backboard to clear. Mason Troy Adams towards the net. Gilmore boys enough height to get a touch. Guard up high for Sean. Looking for Wildfire to make a play towards the net. Got a good flip reset, but shot it wide. Mason Troy Adams now in the middle. Gilmore boys to guard. It'll roll down the wall and then take a bounce. Sean past one, looks to go past two. It's a good challenge on the second. Drew's Clues ready for the shot. Gilmore boys pops it up. Guard not bumped. He avoids it. And the Monarchs get it to midfield, but Wildfire on the attack again. Durham College in firm control of possession to start this game, and they look to keep on moving with Drew's Clues towards the net. Misses that touch, but so does guard. Gilmore boys gets it to the corner. Wildfire over guard to the opposite side of the field. Sean didn't get a touch, but Gilmore boys will clear it all the way down to Durham College's end. Off Drew's Clues. Guard sets up in the middle. For Sean towards the net, Mason Troy Adams meets it. Guard taken out of the play. But it goes right back to him. This will send it off the sidewall. Past one, nearly got a good bounce off of Wildfire, but he gets a chance towards the net. Gilmore boys turns it away. Drew's Clues back passing. We'll go all the way down to collect his boost and wrap it all the way around the world. Guard gets a touch for Gilmore boys to set up, but Wildfire's there first. Sean will back things up, get a touch at midfield. Wildfire ready for it. Guard to Gilmore boys in the back end. Mason Troy Adams makes a play for Drew's Clues. Off the tires, looking for a double tap. Sean redirects. Gilmore boys steps up for the challenge to block Wildfire's attempt. And guard does the same all the way down. The angle's not quite there, and Drew's Clues makes the save. Gilmore boys can't turn it up. Wildfire all the way down. It's an open net at the moment. Looking for a setup in the middle. He went too far ahead of his teammates. Gilmore boys to guard. In the back line. Cleared out to midfield. Gilmore boys will step on up. Drew's Clues there first. Sean to the skies. Gets a touch. Using the length of the dominance to his advantage. That bounces off Mason Troy Adams towards the net. Wildfire's there. He pinches it off the corner for Drew's Clues. It's Gilmore boys will step up. Gilmore boys makes that touch to the midfield. Wildfire's there. 1:15 to go. Still no goals on the board. And Durham College unable to convert on that attempt. Now guard for the counterattack. Mason Troy Adams turns it away before it gets too out of hand. He gets it past Gilmore boys, and Sean will bounce it off the corner, looking for himself, but Wildfire gets there first. Double commit on King's offensive end. They have to be careful. but they have a good pinch towards the net. Mason Troy Adams gets a touch. Drew's Clues with no boost as Gilmore Boy steals it away. Sean to guard. Off the wall, looking for another touch. Wildfire gets it instead. Gilmore Boys challenged by Mason Troy Adams. It goes to the side. Guard cannot get the bump onto Drew's Clues as Sean for Gilmore Boys. To the net it goes high. Second try from Sean. Floater too high again. 30 seconds to roll in regulation. Gilmore Boys to guard off the side. Sean is there. Demoed out of the play. Gilmore Boys keeps the poise as that pinch leads to guard stepping up for it. Wildfire, good challenge in the corner. Looks for another, gets past Gilmore Boys, but the position of Gilmore Boys as Carr lets him try again. 7 seconds to go in regulation. Durham College really on the offense, trying to step on the gas, keep it in the air. Wildfire leaving it up high. No one can make the touch. Overtime for the third game in the series. To the side, guard misses. And you'll have to back away. 50-50, Sean to the sky. Can't make a touch. Mason Troy Adams. Waits for Drew's Clues. Off the corner, it's set for Wildfire. Sean's ready for it. Can he make the save? Guard streaks in to do it himself. Mason Troy Adams missing the touch. Drew's Clues is there. Looking for the bump onto Gilmore Boys, missed it, and Drew's Clues just pops it up. Sean able to clear to the corner. Gilmore Boy steps up off the sidewall, sets it ahead for guard. Someone's ready in the net. It's Drew's Clues. He turns it away. Now he goes towards the sidewall. Steps on up. Wildfire waiting for the pass. Has it. Set up for the shot. Almost saved, but Wildfire scores. And Durham, a team that does not stop staying in these series, regardless of whether they should or not, put us to Game 5 in a 1-0 win in overtime. As Wildfire, the offensive powerhouse on the side of Durham, keeping them alive in this series. Monarchs only 5 shots toward the net, only 4 from Durham. But with one of those going through in overtime, it gives them the chance for the decisive Game 5 coming on up after this. The players are ready to roll, and we're ready to roll for Game 5 of Durham versus Kings Red. Off the bump, guard immediately up high. Mason Troy Adams to the corner. Gilmore Boys go off the back wall. Look for a bump on the Wildfire, missed it. Looking for guard on the shot. Drew's Clues turns it away. Sean steps up. Mason Troy Adams got the touch, but so did Sean. Demo in the backfield. Gilmore Boys' shot goes wide. Looks for another try. Too high, off the post. Sean not quite ready, can't read it. Now guard up high. Wildfire gets a good challenge against him as Sean will turn it around towards the net. Gilmore Boys is ready. Double tap for guard. Drew's Clues beats him to it. Drew's Clues off the side for Gilmore Boys. To Sean now. Sean to the sky. It goes all the way down. Wildfire turning it around in his own corner. Pinches it. Sean looking for the challenge. Got a good 50 out of it. Looking for guard. And Wildfire turns it away. Now Gilmore Boys will step on up. Towards the net. Scores! As Sean gets the set. Wildfire with the cross. And Gilmore Boys, the picture-perfect placement, puts Kings up 1-0 a minute into Game 5. As Gilmore Boys cheating on up on the faceoff. Goes off the backboard for guard. Turn away by Wildfire. As Sean off the sidewall will look to play it. Didn't get a touch though. And Mason Troy Adams can clear. Drew's Clues out of the play. As Gilmore Boys does not get quite the powerful touch he's looking for to clear it down the field. Wildfire pass 2. Sean off the ceiling will make another bump on the ball. Drew's Clues to the sidewall. Look to pinch, but Gilmore Boys beat him to the punch. Stepping on up is Sean. Challenges Mason Troy. Good bump, but Mason Troy Adams still in control. Sets up in the middle. Sean will have to just wait in the back line, and he makes the save! Drew's Clues slows it down. Gilmore Boys stops himself in time to get it over 2 with Durham bumping into each other. Wildfire in the back's ready, though. He looks to clear it all the way to center field. He's got it a little bit further. Gets it to Kings' corner. Sean off the sidewall, beat by Mason Troy Adams on the challenge. Who looks in the middle for the cross? Gilmore Boys gets enough of a touch. Shot still underway. Drew's Clues scores! As Drew's Clues gets the good angle on that shot in front of guard, unable to make the save. 2 minutes in, we're tied up at 1 apiece. Sean got a good bounce off of one of Durham, but Mason Troy Adams turns it away. Second try towards the net. Wildfire bouncing through for the save. Gilmore Boys to the sky for the double tap. Set up in the middle. Wildfire's there, though. Mason Troy Adams gets a touch, but Sean gets a good challenge. That goes off of Sean all the way down for Drew's Clues. Set up in the middle. Good bump by Mason Troy Adams, but Sean all the way down for Gilmore Boys. Too high to hit the ball. Wildfire to Sean. It ends up going for guard for the shot. He scores! Guard has been loving the sky-high dunks, and he finally gets one through in Game 5. The perfect angle of the shot just past the defense of Durham College. 2-1 Kings halfway through. And guard gets a fortunate bounce towards the net immediately. Bounces off. Sean towards the net. A floater. It's in! Gets a soft enough touch to give Kings that 2-goal lead. Wildfire doesn't get enough. Mason Troy goes too far. 2-goal lead for Kings in Game 5. Off the draw, guard to the sky. Looks for Gilmore Boys in the middle to make it 4-1. Guard got a touch. Mason Troy Adams couldn't. Drew's Clues in the corner. Challenged by Sean. Mason Troy Adams is ready in the back line. Gilmore Boys off the corner. Wildfire's there to clear. All the way down. Sean makes a touch. It's guard now. Off the sidewall. Hit by Wildfire as Sean to the back for Gilmore Boys. That shot would have gone wide, but Durham College want to clear that as well. Good on them to do so. Guard down the field, up high. Looks to go for a sky play again. Wildfire turns it away. Gilmore Boys off the back wall. Looking for Sean. Not quite there. Wildfire will back up. Beats Sean before he can challenge the ball. Guard with a full set of boost. Lets Gilmore Boys go for it instead. A double commit on defense. Leads to the Monarchs not quite being ready on the offensive end, but they still have control of the ball. Sean off the back wall. Wildfire. It goes to guard. Past Drew's Clues for the shot. Sean goes too wide. In the middle. Mason Troy Adams. Can't get it past 2 as guard launches it down the field. For Gilmore Boys. Off the back wall. Good hit on the double tap. It's in! Gilmore Boys using that wall to his advantage. He gets a spike as Wildfire not in position for the save. It bounces off of him and in. Monarchs have a 3-goal lead with a minute to go in Game 5. Wildfire to the net. A missed touch leads to Wildfire getting himself set for a center for Mason Troy Adams, but the Monarchs turn it away. Guard down the field. Drew's Clues will turn it around. Gilmore Boys challenges him. Wildfire turns himself around to make a play on that ball, but he doesn't have the boost, and he cancels it. Sean now to the sky, off his wheels. Gilmore Boys awaiting. Off the corner. Good challenge by Gilmore Boys as the Monarchs looking to clear the time with 15 to go. Sean towards the net, just looking to kill time. Drew's Clues makes the touch. Monarchs keep it in Durham College's zone. 5 seconds to go. Kings, they outlast Durham College, and they'll move up to 4-4, and they take the win in Game 5. That'll be all for Kings College Rocket League Red versus Durham College. And that'll be all for this matchup, but another Rocket League matchup will be taking place after this. Stay tuned. In about 15 minutes, Rocket League Gold versus Newbury will be heading your way. We'll stick around here on the King's College Esports live stream at twitch.tv/KingsPA Esports. I'm Thomas Cuthbert, known as LaBoomstick, and we will be back.